This is David from Tumbleweed Fly and Tackle, and this is your Bluewater Lake update for the 4th to the 10th of August. Weather is gonna be weather. You know, every time, what happened on Monday? They had 0% chance of rain forecasted. It ended up raining at like 10 o'clock at night. Rained a half an inch depending on which local's rain gauge told you. But it wasn't supposed to do that. We were supposed to have a flash flood on Sunday. That didn't happen. So whatever, forget about the weather. It's going to be mid to high 70s. There might be a chance of rain, a higher chance of rain on Saturday and Sunday, but it's just going to be these little 10-minute blow-throughs, and we'll be fine. As we get to the end of the week, it's going to be high 70s and low 80s.
You know, we had a lot of overcast days this year.
We have.
July was cloudy for almost the entire month.
Yeah, and because of the cloudiness and the wind and the cold temperatures at night and the cold daytime temperatures, our water temperature is still in the high 60s and low 70s. And it's awesome. This is one of the best summer times I've seen as far as water temperatures go in the last 7 years.
They're still catching them on topwater baits, which are it's kind of surprising to me. This is the latest that I've seen the numbers of fish caught on topwater baits.
I think that's because of the water temperature too. It's like we'll get these weeks where it fluctuates up.
Yeah.
And then the top water's on, and then it'll go back down, and it's back to swim baits.
But like last year, we started catching fish on topwater April 1st. And Evangeline, you caught the first ones on 9 pins. And then this year, we didn't start getting that topwater bite until mid-May.
Yeah, it was. Well, this took a little while.
It's because the water temperature's been a lot cooler this year than it has in years past. Muskie fishing's about ready to start transitioning. So start getting your fall baits ready, your bigger swim baits, and some big curly tail stuff.
The fun stuff.
Yeah, it's getting ready to hit the big stuff.
I don't want to go into the mathematics of muskie fishing, but like 6 to 10 inches is for all fish. Anything bigger than 10 inches is just for the big fish. Smaller than 10 inches is for all fish.
You can actually say, dude, even though this is a weather update, people do want to know tips and stuff.
They do, but I just don't want to get into a big long explanation of these things.
Easy. If you're targeting 45-inch and above fish, 12-inch lure.
Yeah. I would go say 10 to 12.
Yeah, I'm not saying you'll catch one every time, but your
odds are better.
You're highly likely to catch a bigger fish on a bigger bait. Although I have caught 12-inch fish on 8-inch baits before.
Yeah.
So
that's also bass. They're like, ooh, an 8-inch swim bait.
You got a smallmouth on an 8-inch swim
Bass
bait.
aren't afraid of anything.
Josh caught that.
Even that isn't afraid of that. It'll still go try to eat it.
Josh was throwing that, what is it, 8-inch Kong? We went to Arizona to the super secret lake in Arizona, and Josh was throwing this 8-inch swim bait, and a catfish about half the size of the swim bait came up, boom. Josh caught it too, I think. Josh, you need to verify that with me because I don't remember if you caught it or not. I watched it eat your bait though.
Speaking of Josh.
Speaking of Josh.
Watch out for the lights.
Oops. Sorry, Josh. So Josh is one of my really good fishing buddies that I go to Navajo with him and down here with him and everything. He recently got into building custom rods, and he built this extra heavy musky rod with titanium guides. I don't know how well this will do. Titanium guides with Fuji inserts, and he did a really cool diamond pattern here with
He knows
thread.
the name of that.
Yeah, he does. I do not.
It's got some special name to it. But
it's a 7-foot
here, I'll help you out.
extra heavy musky rod.
Balance it. That's a really clean wrap job.
So if you do want to stop by the shop and check this rod out and hold it and everything.
See what a custom rod feels like.
Yeah, see what a custom built rod looks like and feels like. Feel free to stop in the shop this weekend or whenever and ask to see it.
Last weekend after hours, Dave had lost the challenge that we had, and
yes, he did.
His punishment
Dave.
was to fish a fly that I tied for 8 hours straight. So he has to go out there and fish for 8, which is not uncommon for us to do, but he's got to fish it the whole 8 hours.
I was confused there because you said he's got to fish a fly that I tied for 8 hours straight.
No, it took me 2 hours. It took me 2 hours to tie this fly. So I'm going to unveil the fly to you guys. It doesn't have a name. Yeah, that's it. You know what's terrible about this is it has a good side.
You know what's terrible about that?
The whole thing.
Everything.
What are you guys? You guys have been making fun of me since I tied it. So that's the fly I tied. It comes with a
Cyclops.
what?
It's good. They got it. I get it.
No, he's
I'm
just
embarrassed. I'm very embarrassed.
I tied it. I've never tied a fly before in my life. So it does come with a Cyclops eye.
That's patent pending.
Patent pending Cyclops eye. Hold on.
Just kidding. It's totally not patent.
But anyway, yeah, it's multi-layered. I know it looks like just a bunch of flash, but it really isn't.
Hang on.
There's
come back.
What?
Come back. Come
I
back
can't.
here.
There's so many.
I know.
There's so many layers to
I
this.
get it. I want everybody to be quiet. You hear that? This thing weighs like a half an ounce dry.
It didn't feel like that much to me.
It's in a vise. How would you know?
So the park hours are still 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. And yes, they do close the gate going into the park at 9 p.m., but they do not close the gate leaving. So you can still get out after 9 p.m. from the park. You just can't get back into the lake.
Yeah.
So
They're not going to trap you.
no.
You can still get out. Until Tuesday. Bye.
Ish.
Nah.
Later.